When's the last time you did something for the first time? I know, right? When you really think about it, most of the time we're always in our cycles and we do the same thing every single week with a sprinkle here and there that kind of change it up. But this was definitely one of those moments for me. Now, this isn't one of those tutorials where I show you how to make the most creamiest body butter ever, because I already have that video created. But I decided to kind of share the behind the scenes of me doing something for the first time. And no, it's not making body butter. I do that all the time, right? That's one of those things that we're always doing. Like I can almost do with my eyes closed. But what makes it new and different is that I've never actually created or thought about creating sample sizes, and thus here we are. I'll be participating in a women's empowerment event slash small business market, and with that participation it was asked that we provide samples that will go in there, like what are those called, like goodie bags or swag bags. I think that's what they call them when you go to conferences or different like trade shows. So swag bags, yes. Now this sounds like an amazing opportunity to continue to grow my business and get everyday skin out there to the world, at least locally, right? But then I'm like, how am I gonna do that? So, and then did I also mention that this was like less than 30 days? And when it comes to like developing anything, if you're a business owner, you know that 30 days is not a lot of time, even for something as small as a sample, because we have to factor in that we must have the packaging, we also have to have a label, and we also have to test the packaging, right? So yeah, it definitely was a lot to unpack in my brain, along with all the other gazillion things that I have to think about while running a business. But I was able to come out, I feel like, successful on the other side. And so thus here we are. I found some very, very cute, I wouldn't call them affordable, aluminum tins that didn't really take a long time for me to receive them in the like transit shipping on Amazon. That's now where I actually get my vessels, or jars or bottles for my products. I don't get them from Amazon. I actually get them overseas. So that's why I say it wasn't that affordable. But again, this is something that I needed to be done within the next 30 days. Now, mind you, it did take me about 20 days though to get them. So I was a little confused about why did it take so long. But maybe it wasn't coming from somebody here locally in the United States. Either way, the quality of them was exactly what I was looking for, and they're white tin cans that hold 15 milliliters of product. Now, the piece about the label. So I actually had to create a label, and I had to be able to include all of my ingredients as well as the other important things that I include on my label, like my website, my QR code, as well as like the shelf life, and then that, of course, the packaging is recyclable. I say all that to say I could have told them that this just wasn't going to be possible within the time frame of less than 30 days, but I was up for the challenge, and I'm really happy with myself for like not automatically saying, you know what, it's not enough time, I can't accomplish this, and it come out as good as I wanted to. Because here's the thing, even if it didn't come out like I wanted, or I take that back, probably if it didn't come out like I wanted, I never would have made this video. So let's just be real about that. But what I will say is that I felt such a sense of like pride, because when you go through the everyday same mundane tasks that you have to do every single day or every week, sometimes you kind of forget that drive and that passion that you have for your business. And I feel like that kind of woke me up because I haven't done anything new in my business in a really long time. Again, everything I do is I make products, I put them in the same bottles, I label them, I ship them. Like, those are the same things all the time. And then, of course, we create content and, all that. There are differences to each day, but you get what I'm saying, right? I hope I'm making sense that for the most part, everything is the same and you know what you're supposed to do. This was something that I didn't know what to do, wasn't 100% sure how it would turn out, and didn't have a plan B or a backup if it wasn't successful. I did purchase some plastic, like containers or whatever, that I absolutely hated, and I should have mentioned that first, which also almost made me not even want to pursue this any further. But I didn't want to also give up. Those containers were completely, like, they were bad. They were bootleg, and I don't do plastic, right? All of my packaging for all of my products is glass with aluminum tops. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to provide a glass packaging for such a small amount of body butter. But the tin cans falls in line because my body butter tops to the jars are aluminum foil, like, the tin can material. So in all, I guess I'm just kind of sharing like my thought process and just not giving up how it made me feel on the other side. And kind of, y'all, just like, it was a lot of work too, y'all. It was a lot of work to get all of these body butter together, because I've never done a quantity of this magnitude. And I know you're like, it's just 100, girl. But for somebody with a small business like me, 100 is a lot. So I'm very proud about that too, because all the while I do this while I'm on my lunch break. I work on my business part-time, guys. So this took time over the course of days to get this done, from the me and May, from me actually wiping them all down and then applying the actual labels. That took some time. So I'm just in a positive state right now from this experience. And if you have a small business, let me know, when was the last time you did something new for the first time? I want to know, because I feel like I can't be the only one that feels like this, that we always are in this rat race of doing the same thing, even if you're not in the traditional rat race of working a 9-to-5, even though I am. So I'm in that rat race, and I feel like I'm also in the rat race of running my business, because, it just kind of does feel like that sometimes. But, so at this point, I've just talked you guys' ears off like I do, but I'll shut up now, and you guys can continue to listen to a little bit of great music as you watch me display the finished product of the 100 body butters that I created for my next market. And also note that I will be recording that market in the following week. See you guys.